Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome to Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. Playing this on the HD collection for the PS3, as you can see by the icon there. And this has been long in the waiting. You know, from my username, people can probably guess that I am, I really enjoy the Metal Gear series. I have Let's Played the first game, like, many years ago, like 2011. And I think in between that, I also did like Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2, Please Not Snatcher. But I have not actually gotten around to, the rest of the series yet, which now I finally am doing. A Hideo Kojima game. The Declaration of Independence there. Like here's basically just like a little cutscene, basically just telling you, just hyping you up for the game, giving the voice actors' names and whatnot. And I'm just kind of letting the, letting it speak for itself. But when we actually get into it, I'll go into a lot more. Like I'll start talking a lot about like my thoughts on this game, and also like since my Metal Gear Solid 1 Let's Play, I feel like I really have not. I'm not sure if I did the first game very much justice, and like I feel like a lot of my opinions on the first game have actually changed a lot since then. So I'll go into that type of stuff. A beautiful theme composed by Harry Gregson Williams. Which I believe there was like some sort of lawsuit or like some sort of controversy where it was found to be sort of based off of a Russian song or something like that. And so like I believe it's not actually used in Metal Gear Solid 4. Like this theme right here. And they're actually showing some late game stuff. I'm not sure if this. I can't remember if this was in the original game. Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty, tactical espionage action. No, it's been a very long time since I've actually played this game. Like maybe 2009-ish, maybe. And so I'm probably gonna be a little bit rusty in terms of the story and whatnot, and maybe like might miss out on some Easter eggs. So this here is like I said, this is the HD collection, which comes with, as I understand, the substance version. Basically, in 2001, Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty came out, and then like maybe like in 2004, 2005, Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance came out, which is like Metal Gear Solid 2 but with added stuff. And I believe that also came out on like PC and Xbox. For history, here we have Snake Tales and Missions, which I believe that this stuff here is like just like extra stuff. Like it might even actually add some. I don't actually want to really go into this, but let's quickly. Like this here is like VR missions as well as like other stuff, but let's go out of it. We'll check that out later. I will try to check that out maybe like after beating the game. Special, what's that? Basic action, the previous story. Probably just like tell us what's happened on previously on Metal Gear Solid. The New York Mirror. Oh, what? Oh yeah, this here is. like I guess like the fictional account of the Shadow Moses incident of Metal Gear Solid 1, like written by Nastasha Romanenko, who was like your weapons supervisor in the first game. So I'm not sure if I've actually ever read this before, but we'll look at that later on. Like, don't really want to just harp on that too long. And that's stuff that you get as you completely go through the game. Like, I'm assuming, like I don't want to like spoil the game for people that are watching, you know, blind or whatever. But we'll get into it. And we'll be doing Tanger Plant, which is the entire game. Playing on normal. Now I'm going to try to play this non-lethally for the most part. The last time I played this, I remember I definitely like used the tranquilizer through the entire game. If you didn't notice that, the game is fictional, so don't get into wrong ideas.
We had classified intelligence that a new type of Metal Gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
George Washington Bridge. Oh yeah, in this game you can also, you can like, wait. There we go. You can like move the camera around in the cutscenes. I love a good like in-engine cinematic, like Metal Gear's always done that. Like, it's never really ever used pre-rendered stuff. Literally doesn't want to get hit in the rain. For a nice night stroll. I'm majestic. KSNM3. What does that say? Gregory or something? I mean, that's some vibration. Taste that vibration. And the good boy is back. Solid Snake. Nice to have another game where you play a Solid Snake, you know what I'm saying?
He's right on schedule.
I love playing a Solid Snake.
He'll know soon enough.
Know your face from the first game? Oh, nice. Beautiful. Like the cinematography, amazing. Solid Snake, David Hayter. No hating.
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Mhm.
I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
The stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
We must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I
gotta
can't
be
say I missed the
joking.
chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Too true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
All Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Not exactly a classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method. We don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and officially recognized by the UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
Good ol'.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site. Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake? Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You never know.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from Riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
Brutal.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
AKS 74U. Russians?
You sure?
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
That's a Russian, all right.
I'm
Nice fuzzy hat.
photo. Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. KA-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka? Kamov chopper, right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
That old
I'll be
chattering
just
nanny.
past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
All right, so now we're in control. Now, so basically, as be prepared for a lot of that, a lot of long cutscenes. Basically, we're jumped aboard this tanker, which is seemingly mainly, which was like staffed with Marine fellows, and seems to have been hijacked by a bunch of Russians out of that chopper. And so right now, our good boy Solid Snake here, and his pal Otacon, Hal Emmerich, are we got a tip that there's a Metal Gear on board or whatever, and so we need to figure out what's the bottom of all this. So we can call Otacon to just talk to him or to save. Let's see what they say. They'll give us some gameplay hints or something.
Snake, switch to first-person view and look at the upper decks. See the sentries? Take them out in first-person view before they see you. Change to first-person view with a weapon selected. Once you aim your weapon with the weapon button, you're ready to attack in first-person view. Using the first-person attack allows you to shoot high or low. You can aim for the enemy's head or even feet. The L2 and R2 buttons let you strafe during first-person attacks. You can crouch, too, with the crawl button. Once you've mastered all the moves, you'll be able to do things like jump out from concealment, fire at a target, and then drop out of the enemy's view again.
Good stuff, good stuff. I noticed, I've seen videos and whatnot of the HD collection here, and I noticed one very strange thing is, the codec calls, when you call someone, or even pick it up, they seem to be a lot longer than they were in the PS2 version. It takes a number of seconds. It's kind of odd. But here we are. We can run around. We can hop. Oh! Wow! Fail. Complete fail. We're all off right off the bat. That's hilarious. Okay, but he's just gonna come and check us out. He's not gonna Nothing too bad immediately. But right now we're just armed with a handy dandy. Oh man. Tranquilizer dart gun. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to try to be using this pretty much throughout the entire game. Like, I might show off what a weapon does. Like, if I get a new weapon, I might just, like, shoot it a bunch. But, it is kind of fun just to, like, try to, you know, go for a non-lethal run. There is one point where I kind of probably will need to, like, I probably will use actual, like killing people, which is, there's a point where you need to use a sniper rifle, which probably could, use this, but it would be very difficult. But yeah. Aim in first person, which you could not do before, which, let me just quickly see, right? Okay. There's analog, got analog, the buttons on the PS3 controller and on the PS2 controller were, analog. So like when you hold it down, you know, you aim your gun, and then you lightly let off. Like it's very scary. Like but you can like if I just like let off immediately, that would fire the gun. But okay, so we gotta be very careful here. I think pretty sure he's above us. Really just look around, because like I said, it's been so long since I played this game. But right now I'm just checking out the environment. Staircase, okay. Hello, sir. Oh man. Nothing actually over here. There's a door over there, though. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, man. So, yeah, I've been thinking a lot. You know, I'm not really sure, how, like, in my Metal Gear Solid 1 Let's Play, how much I'm not sure where that guy was when he saw me. Like, what my opinion on the game was, like how I kind of talked about it and whatnot. Ooh, yep. But honestly, I think that looking back at it, I would call Metal Gear Solid 1 my favorite of the series. Like, honestly, like, when I just think back to it, that game is pretty awesome. Like the atmosphere, everything about it. Like, I know, like, they make a big deal out of, like, Harry Gregson Williams on this one, but, honestly, the first game's music is just so atmospheric. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Just everything about it, like, I feel is great. Phantasmin, which, pretty sure in the first game it was, diazepam. Like, just like, steadies your aim. It's like a tranquilizer. Now, one thing also about the first game, you know, that one kind of opinion change that I've had. Are there two people up there? Ooh. I think, Senbi Gohan. Like, it's funny, like cool that like you have the English and then the Japanese under it. In MGS3, I'm pretty sure it was like you could, like, the directional button was for like walking slowly. Sure, if you can do that. But there was like a way to just like, oh, let's walk really, really slowly. But in Metal Gear Solid 1, right, there are two endings, depending on if you submit to the torture sequence. one in which, spoilers, but one in which if you do not submit, Meryl, the femme fatale of the game, basically, survives. Ooh. And at the end, she and Snake ride off into the sunset on a snowmobile. Oh! Okay, first official. And in this game, if you take out the enemy fast enough before, oh no. Now it would be really nice just like the. Ow. I'm so used to like pressing circle to confirm things. Oh. Yeah, and our tranquilizer worked. Remember, we're gonna die. We have a ration? Nope. Use some bandage. Stop the bleeding. Oh man, that not go well. Yeah, like that's what I'm talking about. Like right now. Hello? What? It's a bit odd. But I was saying. Oh man. Nice. And that's certain that Meryl ending that I was talking about, where Snake and Meryl ride off, that's sort of like the canon ending, because Meryl does come back later in the series, and all that. Though in spite of that, and the other ending is, if you submit to the torture, Meryl is killed, and Snake instead rides into the sunset with Otacon. Now, honestly, even though... Okay, here we go. The Meryl ending is... Ooh.
Snake, it looks like that door can't be opened from the deck. You can infiltrate the ship through other doors.
Okay, then. Even though, like, the Meryl ending is the canon ending, I actually have come to prefer the Otacon ending. And, like, I've actually created my own little headcanon for how I justify that the Meryl ending and the Otacon ending can be both be correct, because because I feel like the Meryl ending is just too like good, like it's too just that's funny, like he walks over the bodies, but the Meryl ending is just so the good old
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Oh, okay. Get how to open a door. In the Meryl ending, everything is just like, it's just your typical action. Like, hey, hero saves the day, runs off with the girl, everything's safe, the day is saved, blah, blah. Which I feel like goes against the game's message a lot, that, like, Snake's always like, there are no heroes in war, and all that stuff, like, I'm no hero, the hero save the girl, and, in the Otacon ending, you have, nice little shadow of Vela. Is this to resemble something? Oh, goodbye. I have no tears yet left to shed. Solid, no tears left to shed. Snake. you know, bawling his eyes out, going on about how, you know, he's a loser, how he gave into his fear, he couldn't protect Meryl. And then Otacon shows up and like consoles him, but basically like quotes Hemingway, you know, tells him that, like, you know, hey, don't blame yourself, you know, and all that. And that just, to me, adds so much more to the chemistry of Snake and Otacon, which, like, here, you know, which makes it make sense. Like, you can really understand how they would meet up and, like, form this philanthropy group going after Metal Gear. Oh, gosh. It might take me a little bit while just to get used to the controls and, like, all the aiming stuff again. Nice. And so my sort of headcanon is that the woman who dies in Metal Gear Solid 1 is actually not Meryl, but Holly White from Metal Gear Solid, or from Metal Gear 2, like original MSX Metal Gear 2, who was like sort of like a love interest to Snake, and then Snake, Meryl, and Otacon like all run off together or something like that. It's probably to the outside, isn't it? That might have been to the outside. We'll try that out as well. Oh. Camera there. Stationary, no need to. Pretty simple to duck, easy to dodge. Ooh. What do we have here? Ooh. Ration. It's a lot of Pentasmin. I'm not really sure if it's really necessary. Like, when I think of like the Pentasmin and like diazepam or whatever, I sort of associate with using the sniper rifle. I'm not really sure how much you really need it for just regular use. And we got a ration, good old meal ready to eat. The technology on those meals ready to eat is actually kind of interesting. Like, as I understand, like they come, like, they're little plastic bags, but like they come with their own little heating unit. Like, it's some sort of chemical reaction where, like, you're able to, like, even though it's like some sort of gel or something, I'm not really sure what it is, but you're able to like heat it up to like 100 degrees, like, even without with no use of a fire or anything like that. Hey, buddy. Nice little fire extinguisher. Could probably hit that. Oh. Probably gonna tell us about what that little blinking thing was.
Snake, wait! Don't move!
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
The quote-unquote usual method, as he says. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not really sure if it works in this game, but in MGS1 you can, oh, yep, and there's the, you can use your cigarettes to, some nice watermelons. Get a load of those melons. Oh. Just pick up. Heck. Fellow feels asleep. Oh, fell. He's got a hard head.
There's somebody there.
Oh,
Who is that?
what? Was I not hitting him? What? There we go. What did I pick over here? Well, box. Oh, I probably could have, you know, probably, probably could have used the box to evade that fella. I don't really ever use too much. Forgot about the old Simtex. Not sure if I really use the box too much in Metal Gear games. I mean, maybe like for like evading cameras and whatnot. Let's shoot the fire extinguisher. Hopefully this works. Oh man, that's a logo. Hello, sir. Oh man, hopefully he wasn't able to like call an alarm or something. I think this is like the bridge.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
A lot of fellas.
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment, without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the holds and locate the actual metal...
What could that have been? What was that noise? Well then, a nice 16 by 9 room here. A nice reflective floor. I think this is probably like USP ammo, which I'm pretty sure USP is another pistol. But like I said, I'm gonna try not to use that. Like I'm gonna try to go for the non-lethal. Probably should call the video around here because we're going a little bit long. Man.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, Once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot?
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild? You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Lasatka.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly.
Whoosh. We're nice and slow.
A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
Olga Gurlukovich.
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it.
That's a...
Not there. Toss it overboard.
That's one deadly fella.
Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing.
Oh man. I had like the controller on my leg. Like it nearly vibrated off.
It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
Those lovely eyes. Oh.
And that brings our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice either.
Well then. Here we are, first boss fight of the game with Olga Gurlukovich, which I believe this was like, you know, this was shown, like this whole tanker section here was, I believe, extensively shown,
I've been with the unit since
like,
I was
before the game came out.
I grew up on a battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit.
That sounds familiar.
My family.
Little Sniper Wolf.
We've shared
Flashbacks.
everything, all the bad and all the good. I have no one, nothing except the unit.
You know, the unit
Nothing else matters to me.
Unit doesn't matter much, man. Right. So here, all we have is our handy dandy M9. I'm not sure if you could get anything else before this fight. But as you see, she has two health meters. The first meter and the bottom meter, which is
You're not stopping us.
the first meter is their health, which when you drop that to zero, they die. And the second meter is the stamina, which when you drop that to zero, you know, it's a non-lethal thing. Oh. Oh man. Oh man, we are playing with death. Oh hello. Oh death. Okay, let's see. Hey, look at her. Oh, what? Did I not hit her? Ow, ow, man, that hurt. Whoa, 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 whoa. You see, like, she kind of like seems to like have like a aim for where you last were. I wonder, I think crouching heal, yeah, like, will, yeah, crouching fixes the bleeding. Oh man, fail. Oh, good old headshot. And, yeah, we can actually do here. Very, very cool thing. Try to shoot that tarp. I'm not sure how you actually get it. I'm not sure. Will she actually do it herself, I wonder? At some point in the fight? Basically, it's possible to make this tarp fly. Oh, actually, wait. Oh, there we go. Yep, one. Two. Oh, I gotta hit the other side as well. I have a lot of control, like, you can, like, tiptoe when you're in first person, just, like, to get, like, a little extra boost. Try to get that other side of the tarp, which I believe, like that can be used for, like, kind of blinding her, sort of. Oh, actually, oh, nice. Or wait. Okay, I think that just to maybe increase the battle heal a little bit. Oh. Oh. Smart. Oh, that's smart. Look at that. Like, she blinded us. Snake. Oh, whoa. That is very. Get a nice. Oh, ow. Yeah, well, we've got shaft grenades, which again I'm not sure. Or I guess maybe the shaft grenades are basically for you know, they disable electronic devices, so maybe like the cameras and whatnot. Man, if I nice, got oh, ow. Now we got that spotlight gone. Oh. These are pretty. You got some thick skin to survive all those shrinks. She's gone through training. Oh, whoa. I wonder if you could actually, like, if you were brave enough, like, take the fight, like, actually get Snake over there, like, take the fight over there. Ow. We got this. Lights out. He's a snoozing. Oh, I think took her gun.
Cypher. Otacon, the ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's allies.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
What?
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
It was a tip. An anonymous tip.
Anonymous? You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know? I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap? To lure us out here?
I don't know. After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9. I'll find those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
So, info dump after info dump, we learned about that fellow being Sergei Gerlukovich, who is mentioned in MGS1. Oh, and our life has been restored. Like, I think they're talking about how they're gonna... Their original plan was, like, to nuke Russia, but then, like, they're like, oh yeah, Mr. Gerlukovich wouldn't let you nuking his home country or whatever, so let's do... Oh, hello. Let's do China instead. We also learned a little bit about Otacon and his, how he's got his sister named Emma and whatnot. But, I think I'm going to call the video there, folks. We've done a little bit today. Got through the first boss fight, which is quite nice. Start of the game. Oh, very nice. But, till next time, that's been some Let's Play Metal Gear Solid 2. This game goes a lot of places, and I can't wait to get to them with you. So, till next time, look it out.